Many a man goes home from the Pieman broken. It is hard work, 20 hours in total of grind for one fish. Yeah, it's been a bloody journey, but fuck yeah! What a fish! My name's Mason Paul. We're at Corinna. We're on the west coast of Tasmania. Yeah, train driver's my thing. I actually bring the train to the west coast, so I travel a lot of the west coast on the train to the mine at Rosebery, MMG, and I cart the ore out of there, which is a fairly interesting trip. Yeah, this place was originally gold mine, so they found a 6.8 kilo nugget down there, so that drove the miners down here, and loggers chasing the hue and pine. It was a sought after timber, well, it still is. There's not a whole lot of it left down here now, but yeah, back in the early days they did it really tough down here. It's a pretty rugged place. The one and only thing for me is massive trout. You know, my whole fishing ethos is chasing the biggest of all the species here in Tassie, and yeah, we're lucky in Tassie. We've got so many different options, and being a small state, 4 hours I could be at St Helens fishing offshore for swords. 5 hours I could be right at the other end of the state fishing for giant bluefin tuna at Pedra Branca. In Birdie, 2 hours, I'm down here at Corinna. Corinna's the go-to spot for a mega trout. And you wind in, it's all quartz gravel road, winds all through the rainforest there, and then it sort of opens out as you come into Corinna there. It opens up fairly abruptly as you come through there, and you a small bit of road there to go straight to the punt. Each day it's a grind. So yesterday, really early starts, we travelled down yesterday, so it was 3 o'clock start, prep, getting on the water, plugging away at it, because you're only going really slow, so it's a real grind. And today, currently, Corinna's, it's all about the tourism. They're all eco villas down here now. The last couple of days, they've emptied our pockets pretty rapidly. Rivers, it's all lined with, it's all rainforest lined. It's nearly impenetrable. You can't sort of get out of the boat. There's only a few places you can get out and relieve yourself. Water's very dark, tannin stained. Yeah, the trout get to their size down here. They may eat a little bit of whitebait, but there's a run of lamprey eels. They attain the size by eating big prey. So they eat, I've seen fish being cleaned and they've got 5 eels in them a foot long. So when you've got a diet like that, you're going to put on some serious kilos. They're just big, powerful fish. Bigger is better with the lures, and watching the conditions of the river too, like with the flow, where to fish. Fish down the river when the current's really hard, and then when the flow drops away to move up the river. First and foremost, forget about all the other stuff. The stuff you got to do, you've just got to grind. It's a fishery where you've got to put hours and hours and hours. Well, we've done 16 hours yesterday out in the middle of the night. I've never been out there at the night time, so. River, as you travel down the river, get towards the heads, the river actually opens up and the terrain flattens right out. Sea out to the ocean there, and it's a wild bit of country. Been quite a few fatalities down there where blokes running the gauntlet trying to run out that river mouth. But there's flats down the front there, and as we saw, there's always somebody keeping an eye on you down there. You never think you're down there at the mouth running around with nobody keeping an eye on you. Boat's a 5.1 metre tabs territory pro. I like that it's a solid plate, wide, beamy, nice and stable. There's plenty of room in it. 115 horse Mercury Pro XS, plenty of tow. I like the Mercury because you can run your idle speed right down, and which is critical too. You've really got to look at the idle speed, and like with running the drags, I run the drags to slow my boat down, and they're all the little things that and I've only just started doing that this year. 16-inch Garmin XSV, 8416. I've got the side imaging, so I run a traditional side and down imaging, GT54 transducer, that's the one I use down here. Yeah, it's Minn Kota electric up the front, which I use to control the boat speed a little bit too. I deploy that, so I actually use that as drag to slow the boat, because the boat is reasonably quick when it's in gear, so you've got to adjust that speed. So sometimes I'm running 2 drags. The best thing I can advise anybody that's going to come down here is, 1, you've got to grind. Don't give up in the first day, you've got to grind. 2, use a big lure. I like using Neil's Master, that's my lure of choice, 18 centimetre. We're not dicking around, we're gonna catch something big. So if you want to catch something big, throw something big out there. Doesn't look right for trout fishing, but I guarantee if you put the hours in and you keep on working at it, look at all your details, study your standards, stay tight on the bank, don't troll out in the middle, get on the sides, get in underneath the structure, and you put the time in, mate, everybody can get a fish like that. It's achievable by anybody. Yeah, so the lure I'm using there, they're really hard to get, like an 18 centimetre Neil's Master. Like I look all over the globe for my gear. It's on the internet at home, and I actually found these lures in Canada. If you want to get successful, you've got to dig your hand in your pocket. It was $163 for 3 lures. So yeah, sometimes you've got to sink the hand in the pocket to get the result. Attention to detail, look at what you're doing, don't just trail along, pull your lures in, make sure they're spotless, they're clean. Chemically sharpened hooks. Tackle I'm using mostly 8-pound Power Pro braid, Oshia fluorocarbon, I use 16-pound leader. CI4 Stratix, I still use my old long cast 2 to 5 kilo bushy Stellar stick. They're an old rod, but something I really like trolling with. The other Blue Rose is a pistol grip, Tranks 300. That's got a little bit heavier line. I like that rod because of the size of it. I actually point that rod into the centre of the boat, so it's trolling down the centre. So it's just like tuna fishing. You've got to have the spread. Everything's got to be staggered right so you can do the turns and everything else. Yeah, no, I've used Shimano for a long time, all of my life. So yeah, it's quality gear, really good backup service with any of your problems you have with the stuff, and yeah, I love it to death. Yeah, it's my gear of choice now. It's all Shimano, nothing else. So yeah, quality gear, and yeah, really happy with it. It's a massive river. Most people come down there, they're overawed by it, or you look at it and think, oh, where do you start? But as you get a bit more experience on the river, you learn there's certain parts of the river that'll fish a lot better and a lot more productive at certain parts of the day, and that's probably the key part of the whole thing. You work the station out, and then the rest of it will fall in line. The flow of the river, the regular on and off of the power station, the height of the river, the flow, all those things come into play, and you'll fish different parts of the river at different stages of that power station. Fishing's it's a lifestyle thing. It's that's just a part of me. If I wasn't fishing, I'd be in strife. It's just something that I've involved my whole family with, and I love the competitive side of fishing. I'm fishing a comp next month. You come to a place like Corinna and fish the Pieman River, how good is it? You'd get out there, it's just beautiful. When we went down to the heads, it's just a beautiful spot to come and run the boat down quiet. It's not like offshore fishing, which I do a lot of. It's you're not banging and crashing about. The trials and tribulations of yesterday, going through that, and then going out today and still thinking things aren't exactly right, and then everything gets forgotten in a heartbeat when you You get that big strike. That's why you keep on fronting up, and that adrenaline rush, even though I'm 58 years of age, it hasn't waned. I'm still exactly the same. I get the same level of hype when I get a big fish like that. It just doesn't go away. It just gets better with age, I think. I love a bit of man love, and I get excited too, and I'm not frightened to show me I like to have a cuddle. So yeah, I was really stoked to get that fish on board, and yeah, lots of man love on the boat. It was great. Oh man,
It was beautiful. Hold me tighter. A bit longer. Hold on, mate. That was awesome.